Are you serious? Are you serious? It's getting very serious in Syria. Matter of fact, breaking news. This is Arabic news now. This is coming from www.almasdar news. It's ALMASDAR news. Breaking news out of the Middle East. It's called the Arab Source. Again, our mainstream, lamestream, fake news media can't get nothing straight and can't cover stuff like this. But ISIS has cut the water supply off for Aleppo. I repeat, ISIS has cut the entire water supply for the city of Aleppo. That's already a war zone. It's already a death trap. That's already a city of great contention and suffering and death and carnage as the battles continue to rage in this war-torn country. And this isn't the only place that we have water supply cut off. According to the Crusader Journal, Bart Begley's website, 4 million people in Damascus are now without water after springs were targeted. According to reports, 4 million people in Damascus have been without safe drinking water and supplies now for over a week after the springs outside of the Syrian capital were deliberately targeted. And this is a report coming from the United Nations. Water supplies from Wadi Barada and other Al-Fija springs, which serve 70% of the city of Damascus and surrounding localities, has been cut off. The United Nations Office for Coordination of Humanitarian Affairs is saying this is very, very sad. Now, some believe that the reason this happened is because there's a road. These springs in this area lie on a road from Damascus to the Lebanese border that is a supply line for powerful Iran-backed Hezbollah groups, which is heavily involved in the fighting alongside Syrian President Bashar Assad. Government forces have been bombing this area heavily for a week, though the Syrian Observatory for Human Rights said there was a lull last night a little bit. There was supposed to have been a ceasefire. So who cut it off? Well, the rebels in that area have allowed the government and water authority engineers to maintain and operate the pumping station and supply Damascus since they took control of the area back in 2012. Fighters have, however, cut water supplies several times in the past to put pressure on the army not to overrun the area. So the United Nations called on all sides to reach a peaceful settlement to reduce the civilian suffering and avoid targeting the infrastructure of the city of Damascus. Damascus is no longer a city. It's becoming a ruinous heap. That is the prophecy of Isaiah chapter 17, verse 1. And that's exactly what it is. And this past June, when I was standing on the Golan Heights in Israel, looking across the border of Syria right into the city of Damascus, Stephen Ben Danoon was with me. He took a high-power camera, and we zoomed it in, and we looked right down the streets of Damascus, and it was nothing but rubble, ruins, and people trapped in the carnage and the chaos of this. It's out of control. I mean, this thing is out of control, and the bloodshed and the murder and the mayhem and the meanness and the madness and the Muslims and all the misguided message out of Mecca that's brought this on. It's a mess in the Middle East. So, wow, now they're cutting off the water to the civilians. It's just not good. Pray that this madness will stop. Pray for the people there. And to those of you Muslims that are watching right now, look, I want to extend a hand of love and mercy. Jesus Christ loves you. Many of you are having dreams and visions about Jesus Christ. He's visiting you in dreams and in visions. And He is the Messiah. He is truly the Messiah, the Savior of the world. And He extends His mercy and grace towards you with peace and hope. and salvation through Jesus Christ. I'll be back with more current world events and how they relate to Bible prophecy. We're living in the last days, prophetically the last days.